Our trash and recycling are piling up and starting to take over the garage.
Our trash day is Wednesday.
The Kansas City trash policy is fairly simple. We get to set out 2 bags for free. You can buy an extra tag for $1 or put it on an extra bag if you need it. And we have unlimited curbside recycling. We don't even have to sort the recycling. We can just put it all in there.
There are 10 trash holidays where no trash is picked up. The schedule for the week gets pushed back a day.
This past Monday was President's Day.
Happy President's Day!
So our normal trash day, which is Wednesday, moves to Thursday. What's always struck me as odd about the trash holiday policy is the trash crews don't actually get any extra time off, because neighborhoods that have trash on Friday move to Saturday. So for this week, they get Monday off, but they have to work on Saturday.
It reminds me of the meme of the old Native American's reaction when he was told the reason for daylight savings time.
Only the government would believe we could cut a foot off the top of a blanket, sew it to the bottom, and have a longer blanket.
I suppose they get paid for the holiday, and they probably get overtime for working on Saturday.
More money is good, but time off is better. If I lose money, I can figure out a way to earn more. But if I've lost time, it's gone forever.
But man, it sure gives you a lot more respect for the fine men and women that pick up our trash. Thanks.
Back to our trash piling up. It's not the holiday causing this pile up.
And it's not 2 weeks of holiday schedules causing the pile up.
Last week we were on the holiday schedule because of weather. We had a nice snowfall early in the week, which initiated
Stronger snow policy,
which suspends collection during big storms to make trash truck drivers available for snow plowing. I gotta say, that's a pretty smart plan.
Our piling trash is really caused by 3 issues. Issue number 1!
With last week's snow policy in effect, not only did they push back the schedule a day, but they also skipped recycling for the week. We have 3 recycling bins. Most houses only have 2, some have 1. With 6 of us in the house, we create a lot of recycling. So I did a little bit of a walkabout to just kind of check my perception of the number of bins, and the ones that have put out early, I was mistaken. There's a lot of 3s out there, so we're not the only high producing.
Issue number 2!
My daughter's 21st birthday. It's not from all the alcohol she started drinking.
Or from the alcohol her mother and I were drinking, because we now have 3 children over 21.
But because we celebrated with takeout from IHOP.
Issue number 3!
It is extremely frigid, which honestly has meant people just stepping into the garage in a quick toss and run of the recycling, as opposed to nice placement into the bins.
All right, enough issues. I need solutions.
Solution number 1.
I can move the car to create more space to organize, but I've still got the battery disconnected, and I've tested all the fuses and have not found a parasitic drain. That's the same conclusion the mechanics had. The next step is I need to check the regulator on the alternator.
The regulator on the alternator in the refrigerator with the alligator.
I can work within the space I've got here.
Solution number 2.
Get an extra cardboard box or 2 to put in all the extra recycling. I think I can manage that.
Solution number 3.
Get an extra bag this week. I think I'm just going to have to pay that extra $1 for 1 more extra bag.
All this trash reminds me, when I was a freshman in high school, we could hang out in the foyer of the building during lunch.
High schools had foyers?
What do you think I should call it? A lobby? A vestibule? An entryway? An entrance hall? It was the big open space outside the cafeteria near the front door. Anyway, one day after lunch, I was standing out there chatting with some friends and scarfing down a Snickers bar. And I knew where the trash can was right behind me, and I wadded up the wrapper afterwards. And without even thinking about it, I turned and did a fading jump shot for the trash can, only to hit the assistant principal dead center in the chest with my Snickers wrapper. He watched the Snickers wrapper fall to the floor and said, "Mr. Chandler, did you do that kind of activity at home?" And I thought for a minute, and I smiled back at him and I said, "With all due respect, sir, I would." He shook his head disapprovingly, said, "Pick it up and don't do that again." I did, and I said, "Thank you, sir." "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
So I was using the open Forerunner as a table, which isn't the smartest of ideas, but I put the tags on there, and then I tore off the back of the tags and I set them on there. And then as I went to pick them up, of course, some of the paper flitted down into the engine. So I reached down there to get it, and I saw this weird open, and I was like, what the heck is that? And so I reached down and grabbed it. I could only see part of it, but then I grabbed it and was like, it's an old rusted socket that has probably been in this engine for quite some time. Kind of a cool bit of history. I'd like to know where this socket's been, how long it's been in there.